The Michigan State football team is made up of more than 100 individuals, and for the program to have success, they all need to come together as a team. Whether they are a fifth-year senior who helps anchor a defense,
and he is sacked,
or a special teams player who often goes unnoticed.
Down, it's up, and this one's good.
The team cannot be successful if they don't do their own part and come together as a fearless unit.
When I first started playing, I was in the first grade, actually fourth grade, and my brother played, and I always wanted to be competitive, always competitive. So whatever he did, I tried to do. And even though I was in the fourth grade, he was in the sixth grade, so I played for the sixth grade team. And I didn't get much playing time, but I went out there, tried my best, didn't know much, and the last game, we went to Florida for like a playoff type thing. The last game, we were down by 2 points, and they put me in for the last play. Out of the whole season, it was about the fifth play I ever played. And I got the sack to tie the game, and we won in overtime. And after that, I just knew from there that this was for me.
And football was for Denicos Allen, as he started to gain interest from college programs his sophomore year of high school.
I kind of knew I had a chance to play in college, by the end of my sophomore year. Then my junior year, UC offered me, and that kind of motivated me a lot more, because I kind of doubted myself, being my size. I didn't know what was going to happen. So, I just kept doing what I was doing, and hopefully it all worked out.
Fortunately, for Denicos and Michigan State, it did work out.
The first time, I was interested in Michigan State was when I came on my first visit. And, I met the coaches, seeing the facilities and stuff, and this seems like a really good place, Seemed like it could be, kind of home-like for me. It's not too far, not too close, so, when I need to get away from everything going on at home, it's the perfect spot to be.
And because of that home-like feel, that meant a commitment to Michigan State to continue playing football.
Nico's been a great player ever since high school. He was the Southwestern Ohio Defensive Player of the Year his senior year. He's a great wrestler, second in the state.
There's one thing we knew for sure about Denicos. It was he would be tough and he'd be physical. Would he be a safety? Would he be a linebacker? How it was going to work out, a little bit unknown, but we knew he was a football player without a doubt.
A football player with relentless drive and toughness, characteristics that define him not only as a player, but also as a person.
It comes from my childhood. I had a rough childhood. It was a lot of things that taught me that I need to protect myself, and I need to do whatever I need to do to be safe and be the best I can be. I had a lot of tough cousins, and my brother and I would always get into arguments and fights and stuff, and I was always the smallest person, and so I had to be tough. That's all I knew, is how to be tough. And I just carried that onto the football field, instead of taking it otherwhere, like on the streets and getting in trouble. I knew at a young age that I had to use this toughness and use all the energy I have and put it into something positive. And that's when I really started actually becoming good at football. I think a lot of people that I play with see that.
Wilson under center, play fakes, he's back to throw, he's buried, Russell Wilson buried at the 14, the first man there, guess who? Denicos Allen.
It's very, very motivational, like we try to match each other's physicalness, we try to match each other's toughness, but at the same time, he's older than me, so when I was coming in, I looked at him as someone I would like to walk behind, like walking his footsteps, kind of, try to just be as physical as him, make the same plays, and have that same motor that he has continuous day in and day out.
He's a very physical player, very explosive player in there, and he gets where he needs to go very quickly. And in this day and age, offense is played so much on the perimeter that you've got to be able to run. So he gives us that hybrid type of linebacker that can go inside and outside and do a lot of different things. And one of the main reasons we have the top defense at this point in the country.
Ball at the 43.5 of MSU. High snap in the shotgun, and he winds up. He's hit.
There it is.
He is hit. That ball is loose. It's scooped up. Denicos, Allen's got it. Denicos inside the 20, inside the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU.
Oh man, that was the biggest highlight of my career. You know, I've pretty much experienced every aspect of the game. You know, forced fumble, all that, sacks, but I never had a touchdown. And it's kind of weird because it was against Purdue, and my first block punt was against Purdue 2 years ago. So it seems like every time I play Purdue, something crazy happens. And it was just an amazing feeling. Scooping up that ball, I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it or not, but then I glanced up at the screen, and I seen there wasn't anybody there, and it was a good feeling.
Into the end zone, touchdown MSU. 3rd and 12 for Georgia at its 27-yard line. Murray takes the shotgun snap.
Another free guy.
Pressure from the edge. Guess who? Denicos Allen, the sack master, and he's got him. Down goes Aaron Murray.
Denicos has gone from a guy who hid in the background, quite honestly, other than playing football and being physical out there, to being a leader of the team. And I think anyone on the team would notice that growth.
Coming in here, I was, a little boy. I was a teenager, looking just to have fun and, do whatever. But now, I'm about business. It's a business thing for me now. It's still fun. I still know how to have fun and take care of my business at the same time. That's what I've learned.
Although there is still a lot of football to be played in his senior season, his dream of playing in the NFL is just around the corner.
In the 4th grade, playing in the NFL was always a dream. That's every, Pee-wee high school football player dream. And now that it's, a reality, that can actually happen, it's a great feeling, it's a motivator. It motivates me to keep pushing and do my best at whatever I'm doing. And this is my last chance, and I just wanted to make the most out of it. And as far as my dreams, I would love to play in the NFL as long as I can, and that would be great. But it's a time where every player comes to an end. So I kind of look forward to life after football.
Yeah, you watch Denicos grow from being a football player and that being his whole identity to being a guy who is mature and is thinking about family and is thinking about degrees and is thinking about the future. And that wasn't there a couple years ago. Now he knows that when football's done, he's going to have that degree from Michigan State. He won't stop until he does. He knows he wants to help people who are coming from tougher circumstances like he did. So you can see him planning out his future.
Denicos is a great person. First thing he's going to want to do is graduate, and he's very, very close to doing that because he had the redshirt year. So he'll finish his degree here this spring semester. I think he'll have an opportunity to play at the next level, but I think he sees his impact on people and what it can do for him later on in life is the main focus for him. So yeah, the NFL, that's a dream for him. It's a dream for all of our players, every one of them, but at the same time, they need to be able to go beyond that, and I think he can do that.
I actually want to, just help out children from the inner cities. Coming from an inner city, I know how hard it could be to make it out and become something of yourself. And I've seen a lot of people fail that had the potential to be where I'm at, and that kind of struck a match in my heart and just wanted me to help more. I just want to see people succeed. Being a quiet guy, I look and I pay attention to everything, and that really is a good thing. That's why I think, me being a quiet guy coming in here was kind of a good thing, because I was sitting there, not talking, but I was learning, just by watching how people act, listening to people's stories, and all that just, put something in me that made me want to help more.
And because of his past, Denicos wants to help the youth of inner cities.
I have some ideas, from my childhood. I knew when I was younger, I always went to like community centers, stuff that kept me active. I played every sport during each, season. I just want to do something like that, something to get the children active, out the street, away from gang violence and all the negativity, and put something positive in their lives. Because, me growing up, I really didn't have that foundation. I had to make my own foundation. And I just want to support that foundation for the children.
And when you look at the body of work that Denicos has displayed during his life and his time at Michigan State, he embodies what it means to be a Spartan.
To be a Spartan means, to me, is giving up something to help others, and like you said, being tough. Coach D emphasizes, every day, about toughness. We were known as a tough team back when we first started. Michigan State was first founded. Ever since then, in the Big Ten, we've been known as tough guys. And every coach knows that, and, every team knows that. And, just to have that installed in every player, you're a Spartan.
There are 3 phases in the game of football: offense, defense, and special teams. But oftentimes, the importance and effort of the specialists go unnoticed.
Our specialists are a good group of young people, and they work together very, very well. Tabor Pepper's an excellent snapper, probably has some of the best snap times in the country. Kevin Muma's a guy that has been here and is in his 5th year now. You've got Mike Geiger, who's an incoming freshman, and now he's under the gun a little bit, because he's been put in the limelight. He's done a nice job, very good job, kicking field goals at this point. With Mike Sadler's another young man that obviously we just talked about, who's got tremendous upside and has had a tremendous influence on our entire program here in his time here.
I'd say we're an interesting blend of personalities. We all come together on game day and obviously are focused. In practice, we're quick to jokes, and we try to keep it loose. That way, we don't feel any pressure. And really, come game day, we're lucky enough to come together and execute.
Special teams is a very important part of the game that often gets overlooked, but when you look at it more closely, you realize that every play is going to affect the game in a very positive or very negative way. The field goal unit can score points or leave a drive empty-handed. The punt team flips a field position, can pin opponents deep inside their own territory, and there's always potential for big plays on kickoffs. So every special teams play can really affect the game, and unfortunately it gets overlooked a lot.
The thing about special teams is about 90% of our plays last year that covered 40 yards or more were special teams plays. So even if you're looking at only 20% of the snaps, the percentage of big field position changing plays that come on special teams is high. So every one of those plays is absolutely critical. There's no do-overs on special teams.
And just like all the other positions on the field, their success comes as a unit.
There's no doubt, I've always had the mentality that, my kick can't happen without a good snap and without a good hold. So, sometimes they're overlooked, which isn't fair to them, seeing as, Tabor's very, very talented snapper. He's been very consistent this year. He's really picked it up. And Mike has gotten almost every hold down perfectly. I can't say he's been at fault once this year. And just having them is so invaluable, and it just helps us, be successful.
Well, during the games, this is where specialists are unique. You almost don't want to be engaged on the game. You don't want to ride the emotional highs or the emotional lows. You just want to go out there and have every kick be the same. So oftentimes I'm just back there sitting on the bench, trying not to focus on the game too much, not to get into it, just so I can go out there with the same mindset and not be too emotionally invested in the game. I don't want to go out there and feel like I have to do more than my job. And that's kind of a difficult thing to hear. Why are you not invested in the game? Well, it's not that. It's just I want to go out there and perform my job as best I can, so I can give our team the best chance of winning.
Right. You definitely have to be, even keel emotionally. When it comes to a miss, if you get too low, you're going to affect your next kick. And each kick is a completely different event. So after a miss, whether you need to make a joke and just wipe it away, or whether you need to just go back mentally and figure out what went wrong. No matter what happens, come time the next kick, you cannot be thinking about your miss.
Well, I think we spend more time in the special teams phase of the game than any other team that I've heard of. Every day there's an emphasis on many special teams, and I think that's what allows us to be successful, is the fact that we don't overlook it and that we take the time out of our day to make sure that our special teams units are solid and win us games.
Even though we do we might stay to ourselves on game day and everything, we are still very connected with the team. You know, everybody's our brothers. We all cheer each other on. During practices, if one of us is having trouble, we know a tight end, a defensive end, they'll be right next to us. Get your head back in the game. You can do this, and everybody's a true Spartan, and we all cheer each other on.
I really respect everything that they do, because they are on the line every time they go out there. The attention goes all to them, so they've got to be able to perform at a moment's notice.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a most important Spartan football game as they try to stay atop of their division in the Big Ten on their road, hopefully, to the Big Ten championship game, deep for Illinois. Sadler kicks it away. Ball sails over the head of Osei, and it's out of bounds on 3rd and 5. Steps back to his 5. He's going to be sacked. He is wrestled down inside the 5, hit down by Denicos Allen. Straight eye behind him. Davis in front of Ferguson. Play fakes to Ferguson, hands off, and now tries a double reverse. That ball's going to be loose. The Spartans are going to recover this baby inside the 25-yard line of Illinois. Again, the straight eye behind Connor Cook. Again, the handoff to Jeremy, off right guard, into the end zone, standing up. Touchdown, MSU. They grind it out on the ground. That's the 10th touchdown of the year for Jeremy Langford. Forcing Shieldhouse to roll to his right, out of the pocket. 2nd down, 7. He'll stand in the pocket this time. Step up, going to be hit from behind. Did he hang on to it? Yes, he did. Marcus Rush got him from behind. 1st and goal for Illinois at the 5-yard line.
Tried to do a fumble Ruski.
Yeah. 4th and goal. Power eye with Shieldhouse. They hand off to their tight end, John Davis. He lost a yard, back to the 1. So the Spartans with a goal line stand. They hold Illinois out of the end zone. They had 2 shots at it from the 1-foot line. Max Bulla and Denicos Allen. 3 wideouts. The snap, Cook steps up, feels the heat, runs to his right. Steps away from one tackle, guns it down the right sideline. It is hit by the Illini, but caught in the end zone by Benny Fowler. Great concentration by Benny Fowler. Touchdown, MSU.
Wow, that was a tip drill there, George. Went through 2 Illinois defenders, tipped it into Benny Fowler's hands, and he fell into the end zone.
Here's the short shotgun snap. Rolls to his right, winds up, wants to throw it down the field, throws it down the sideline. And there's a flag thrown as Isaiah Lewis makes an interception, falling down at the 22-yard line of Michigan State. And Michigan State leads 14-3 at the half. They are bigger and they are stronger, and they've made some plays. Now the snap. Throws it down the left sideline. It's going to be a great over-the-shoulder catch in Illinois territory. Behind Josiah Price, Connor Cook in the shotgun. Play fakes to Mumphrey, throws inside the 5. It's caught by Josiah Price. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU.
Just made that look easy, George.
Josiah Price, tight right, Lippett wide left. Williams to the right of Connor Cook. He will option to the right, hang on to it, and keeps it to the 30-yard line of Illinois. Price tight right. He's in motion, handoff to Jeremy Langford, off right tackle. Jeremy on his feet inside the 5, on his feet to the 1, to the goal line. He's into the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, MSU.
Just a power play to off right tackle.
Delton Williams is now the deep back in the Michigan State eye. He'll take the handoff from Connor Cook, run off right tackle, finds some daylight, cuts it outside at the 40. On his feet at the 45, he's all the way out to midfield. Connor Cook from the shotgun rolls to his left, winds up, wants to unload deep, does. It's caught inside the 5, into the end zone for a touchdown goes Keith Mumphrey. Touchdown, MSU. Waits for the snap from Alex Hill. Here it comes. Here come the Spartans. They hit him as he throws. It is nearly picked off by Max Bulla at midfield. Williams behind Pendleton in the straight eye. Hand off to Delton, off right tackle. He's got running room. Delton Williams on his feet, staying on his feet. He's at the 20, he's at the 15, he's at the 10, angles to the right pylon. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU. Great run to daylight by Delton Williams for a 42-yard score.
He's just good in that second level, isn't he, George? For a big fella, he is fleet of foot.
But that's the knee, and that's the winning play. And the final score is the Spartans 42, Illinois 3.
Great team win by our football team. I thought our guys played very effectively. A lot of wind out there, so it starts with how we played defensively and we're able to run the football on offense. Connor Cook did a tremendous job throwing the football, and we've got some big plays, explosive plays. Played very well in the red zone as well, and game's a little bit closer than you would think with the tail end, with the score being like that at the end. But probably the play of the game was 7-3 when we hold them on the goal line stand and then drive the length of the field 99 yards. So by both groups, big plays along the way by both groups, but it takes us to 14-3, and then we get a goal in the second half.
I think we found a rhythm early. Running backs running hard, offensive line was doing an excellent job as usual in the pass game and the run game. Coach Horner was putting us in great situations as an offensive coordinator. Dialing up plays when the defense is on their heels. And that really helps with the running game. When we have a good running game, that opens up the pass game, and that's what we did out there.